guys, so today it is like 4:30 I think on Monday, and I didn't vlog. We got back from Hawaii on Friday and I didn't vlog because I've been pretty sick. As you would have seen from the Hawaii vlogs, we were sick on vacation, and when we got back I got it tenfold. So I'm feeling a little better today, but I'm still pretty stuffy and not really my best. So I didn't really film very much today, but I wanted to share with you guys dinner that I'm making for me and Colin. And I'm actually, it's kind of like a prep. I prefer to cook like 3 nights a week and just make extras, as opposed to doing, you know, your 7 meals in one day. That way I can kind of change it up a bit easier, and I don't have to worry about stuff going bad or that kind of thing. So I just defrosted 4 chicken breasts because that's going to be for me for tonight, and maybe for dinner the next couple nights, and for Colin. But tonight I am making him ham. So I just bought him a boneless smoked ham, and so I'm going to be doing that as well. So I'll show you kind of what I like to do. So the first thing, I cut up a bunch of Yukon Gold's potatoes, and I just put them in this pan, and we are going to go ahead and season them. I have the oven preheated to 350, and yeah, so I will show you guys what I'm going to season my stuff with. Just gonna take some olive oil and drizzle a little bit of that on there. This is the Kirkland brand olive oil. It's extra virgin olive oil, and it is so good. I love it. Then for seasoning, I'm just gonna put on some garlic salt. And then for a little bit of spice, I'm gonna put on some chili powder. And then we're gonna go in with some pink Himalayan salt. We're just gonna go ahead and plop that in the oven. Potatoes can take a while to cook, so we wanna get that in first. For the ham, we're going to add some honey. And I think I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons of honey, and this is for the glaze for the ham. So I have 2 tablespoons of honey. And then I'm gonna go in with 2 tablespoons of honey mustard. And then I'm just going to take some brown sugar, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I'm just doing about probably a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of brown sugar as well. We've got, and we're just going to go ahead and mix that up. So one thing you want to make sure to do with your ham is score it. So basically anywhere where you see these lines, you're going to make horizontal cuts and then make vertical cuts, and that creates little squares in the ham, and that just allows for the sauce to really seep in there and give it some nice taste. So we're going to go ahead and do that and pour over the sauce. So that's what the ham looks like after you've got your glaze on it. You can see how the glaze is going into the little crevices. So I am just going to put the lid over top, and I'm going to plop that in the oven, and then we will start on the chicken. So now that we have our chicken here, I am going to take some fresh minced garlic, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on each of the chickens. Hey guys, so my camera cut out last night, so I was in the middle of showing you what I was making for dinner, and my camera died. So I was like, so I can show you the rest when I get home, like of what the chicken looks like and stuff. It is 10:30 on, what holiday is it? Tuesday. But actually a lot of exciting things to tell you guys. So I got another job, and it's with the same organization, so I still work for the police. But this time I'm actually in a detachment. So my classification went up, my my pay goes up. And for right now, I'm starting at 18 hours a week, which with the hourly that I get, that's enough for me and Colin to, you know, I pay all my bills and have extra and stuff like that. So that, I start that on tomorrow, on Wednesday. So, and I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at the detachment from 9 to 3. So I'm doing like 3 6-hour shifts, and because they basically said I could make my own hours for now anyway, so I'm like, how about 9 to 3? It's 15 minutes max drive from my house. My mom works there. She's gonna retire soon, but she does work there, and I'm just super excited. I am so happy about that. So is Colin, because it's a really good job. It's a solid job to have, and the pay is just so good, so I'm like really excited. And eventually when I'm working like 36.5 hours a week, I'll be a baller, like seriously. So yeah, I'm just coming up to my parents' house now, so I will see you guys. I'll probably talk to you when I get home. So I just got home and my save the date cards have arrived. I did them on Vistaprint. So that's one of our engagement photos, and it just says save the date, October 1st, 2016, Violet Hill, Ontario, Colin and Lindsay. So yeah, that is, and then on the back it just says love, laughter, and happily ever after. Isn't that cute? They're so cute. So yay, they came in. Hey guys, so I have something a little bit different for you today. I decided to try a little something called carb recycling. So basically, I first heard about a higher protein, higher fat diet through, I forget what it's called. Oh my god, I'm having a brain fart. Whole30, I think it's called, and it's a program where you still eat carbohydrates, but you're having like potatoes is primarily your only carb, and like vegetables of course, and then a higher fat and higher protein. So I'm basically doing that, but I'm also incorporating high carb days, low carb days, and moderate carb days. And the reason I'm doing this is because this is supposed to continuously shock your body, drop your body fat, and it kind of trains your body to use stored fat instead of using carbohydrates all the time. So I'll go into detail a bit later, like after I see some results, but I'm just gonna show you guys kind of what my breakfast and lunch and dinner and stuff looks like, and I'll take out my gum, because I know that's probably annoying. So I'm gonna show you what my breakfast is gonna look like. Excuse my messy writing, it's a little messy. So my breakfast is going, and I'll show you tomorrow, but it's going to consist of 4 egg whites and 3 slices of turkey bacon. And I'm going to work tomorrow, so I already have my lunch packed. So I have about 2 or 3 cups of lettuce. I have a cup, or I believe it's 8 ounces. Yeah, 8 ounces of turkey, and I have about 30 grams 20 to 30 grams of mozzarella cheese, and I have some onion in there. I probably have about 20 ounces of onion in there. So that is my lunch, and for my dressing I used 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of olive oil and 2 tablespoons or 30 grams of vinegar and pepper, and I put pink Himalayan salt as well. So that is going to be my lunch. Now for a snack, I cut up a whole chicken breast, which worked out to be about 4 ounces, and then I did about another like 20 to 30 grams of cheese, mozzarella cheese. I want to get goat cheese, but for right now it's mozzarella cheese and some hot sauce. So that is a snack, and then we will move over to dinner. And dinner is going to be a fillet of mahi-mahi with a tablespoon of olive oil and a cup of cucumber with some vinegar. So this is what my macros will look like. It says for today, but I like to do it ahead of time. I'm not sure if that's really, I don't know if that's really like focusing or not, but basically for the day it's only 17 grams of carbs, 80 grams of fat, and 163 grams of protein. So basically, I did go over a little bit in my protein and like 3 grams over in my fat, which is totally fine. I'm really not concerned if I don't make it exactly, as long as I'm somewhat within the range. So basically how I broke it down is I'm gonna do, I think it's 2 low carb days a week, 3 moderate and 2 high. So I'm starting tomorrow, which is Wednesday. So Wednesday is gonna be a low carb day. And when I do low carb, I want to also do low calorie and high fat. So that's why I showed you what I'm having tomorrow. So that works out to be about 1,400 calories, and I showed you my macros. So then for Thursday and Friday, they will be moderate carb days. So that works out, moderate carb is like half a cup of carbs or like 10 tablespoons. So not a lot of carbs at all, but a little bit more, and it's gonna be about 1,600 to 1,700 calories. And then my high carb day is gonna be 1.5 cups of carbohydrate. So I do like 1.5 cups of pasta, and that's gonna be like a 2,000 calorie type of day. So it's gonna go low carb and then 2 moderate, 1 high, low carb, moderate, high. And I'm gonna do a video on this in the future, I promise, but I just wanna see kind of how it works. So tomorrow is my low carb day, and that is what I will be eating. And I will show you like my breakfast and my dinner after, and I'll show you my macros again at the end of the day. But I just wanted to take you guys along with this journey with me, because I honestly, 100%, since I stopped eating high carb and increased my fat, my protein, I've noticed a few things. First of all, I dropped body fat pretty quick. I mean, I was always lean, even when I was like a vegan, I was lean, but I really leaned out from doing this, and I wasn't even that consistent with it. So imagine if I was consistent. The next thing that I noticed is my hair started growing like a freaking weed. Like it started growing like almost twice as fast as it usually does, which is crazy. My skin is more clear. I don't know if you guys can tell from past videos, but it is so much more clear. And I think it just agrees with me better. Again, I don't agree with completely cutting out carbs, but I think this way it constantly keeps my body guessing, and there's some days where my body has no choice but to use my fat as fuel, so I will lose fat. And then the high carb days, it'll just use the carbs, so it's always getting a mixture. So that was my lunch and snacks, and I'll show you my breakfast and dinner, go over my macros, and tell you how I feel at the end of the day. So I'm gonna be vlogging a lot more just so you guys can see the different days, and we can do this journey together, and I will do progress pictures and stuff like that. So yay, I'm excited. Hey guys, so excuse me, it is just after 4, it's like 20 after 4, and I just got home from work and the gym at my work. So yeah, so far my first day of carb cycling. So as you guys know, today was the first day that I just had basically no carbohydrates whatsoever, and I had higher fat, obviously high protein. So I actually found that way easier than I anticipated, and I think that's because I did up my fat. Like I had quite a bit of olive oil and like cheese and stuff like that, so that really helped keep me satiated because I'm not hungry at all, and you guys saw. So I did eat my snack at work. I ate my 4 egg whites and my 3 strips of turkey bacon at breakfast. I can barely hold my arm up. And then I had my snack that I showed you and my lunch, and I'm not even hungry right now, so I'll probably wait like till I'm hungry, and then I'll make my mahi fish and my cucumber little vinegar pepper dish. So yeah, it was super easy. I did not feel fatigued at all throughout the day. I actually felt great. And yeah, it just kind of, so far, first day, it worked really well. No headaches, no nothing, so that's good. So at the gym, I basically did, at my gym, they don't have a leg press machine, but I used the Smith machine to do basically like a leg press. So I did 3 sets of 15 on 95 pounds, And so I just kind of lay underneath and have the bar here and then push it up, and so on and so forth. So I do 3 sets of 15 of that, 3 sets of 15 of 95 pounds, or 3 sets of 10, 95 pounds for squatting, because my squatting that's like the most I can do, and I can only do 10. So I did that, and for each of those I supersetted with 3 sets of 10 or 15 of shoulder flies, I think they're called, and then 3 sets of 15. I don't know what these are called, but it's ones where your arms are at a 90-degree angle and you just open them up, kind of like a butterfly. 3 sets of 15 on that, and then 3 sets of 15 on an overhead shoulder press. And then I also supersetted with, they have a cable machine, so I basically did 20 pounds, took the cable and brought it up like this, so that kind of works your shoulders and your upper back. And then I got the bench, and I did some butt stuff, and then I did oblique crunches. So like I put my feet up on the bench and then my elbows on the floor, and I just raised my hips like this to really work my obliques. And that was about 30 minutes, a 30-minute workout, but that was no breaks whatsoever. It was go, 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 go. Like I didn't stop for a break at all. And it was my first time working out since I was in Hawaii. So that was like, and I only worked out once in Hawaii. So I think that was probably like, it's been like a week, I would say, week and a half, coming on to a week and a half since I worked out. So I wanted to take a little easy, and I was fatigued. Like my face was beet red, I was sweating, I burned out my shoulders and I burned out my legs. So left the gym and my work, and I drank some water, and now I'm just chilling at home. So I will show you guys my dinner later, and yeah, so I will show you that momentarily. So for my dinner, I have some coconut oil it's melting in the pan, and I just buy this big tub from Costco. It's the Nativa organic coconut oil, so I use that, and it's a big hefty thing. And then I have this is probably 4 or 5 ounces. It's bigger than the palm of my hand. It's probably 5 or 6 ounces of mahi-mahi, so white fish. So I'm gonna cook that up. And then I'm gonna have some cucumber on the side. And I will show you as I go along. So I'm just gonna coat this with my Mrs. Dash garlic and herb seasoning, because I love it and it's so, so good. And I'm going to also use pink Himalayan salt and some pepper. Now for the cucumber salad, I'm probably going to use about that much of the cucumber, and I'll put the rest aside. And I am going to get a bowl, and I actually leave the skin on, so I'm just going to rinse this. And dry it off. I think a lot of the nutrients is in the skin, so I just leave the skin on. And I'm just going to cut it into somewhat thin slices. And this is all gonna go in my bowl. So next what I'm gonna do is add a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to use pink Himalayan salt. So I'm going to use some pepper, and I don't have a pepper shaker yet, but probably about, I'd say 2 capfuls of vinegar. And about a teaspoon of olive oil, because remember we want, this is our high fat day. It's our high fat day, we want to add more fat, so that's what we're working with. And then I'm just going to stir that up. So because this decided to take such a long ass time to cook, because it was a really thick piece of fish, I just cut it up into little squares because That way, A, I can see it when it's done and not raw, because I do not want to eat raw fish unless it's sushi, but this is not sushi. And it just cooks faster because I'm hungry. So 5:35, waiting on my fish. Hurry up. And that, my friends, is dinner. Oh yeah. So even though I just ate, like it's only, I think I only ate like half an hour ago, if that. I think because I had a workout, I'm still a little bit hungry, even though I've kind of basically reached my protein and fat and stuff and calories and that for the day. But I am going to make myself a kind of high-ish, what is that? There's something white on my stove and I'm like, what are you? Anyways, I'm gonna make myself a higher fat drink to satiate my hunger and make me all cozy and warm, and it gets some fluids into me. So I have got the kettle boiling and I will show you the ingredients. So I mistakenly thought that I had raw cacao or cacao or whatever powder. I do not. So as a substitute, I'm going to put half a scoop of my vegan chocolate protein. Oh, my dog has to pee. Hold on, Dookie. Into my cup, and yes, it is a snowman cup, ignore that. And then my red rose tea, and then I'm going to add the boiling water, and then I am going to add a dollop of coconut oil and some stevia. So I don't like my tea very strong, so I took out the bag already, and I'm just adding about a teaspoon of coconut oil. And it usually sticks to the spoon, but that's okay. And we'll just mix it up. So it's kind of like a hot chocolatey tea. I would prefer, other than protein powder, if I had cacao powder, but I need to go grocery shopping, so there's that. Oh, it's still not melted. A nice, fatty, satiating drink to help with hunger. But that if I am hungry, even if it's like 9 o'clock at night, if I'm like starving, I will eat. I've just always been that way. I'm that type of person. Like, I will never starve myself. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna have. I just wanted to make that very clear that I mean, low carb days are kind of excuse me, they tend to be challenging for people. I found during the day I was fine, but I guess after my workout I'm a little bit hungrier. So if that, I'll have that in an hour. If I'm still hungry, then I will eat. Or if it's excuse me, 2 hours later, whatever, I will still eat, because if I'm hungry, I will eat. I just have to you have to listen to your body, you know, within reason. And I sound like a dude because I'm just getting over my cold, and apparently it still wants to linger. And I sound like a man. But yeah, I do still have to show you guys, well, I'll show you guys my lunch for tomorrow and breakfast and stuff. I'll do that tomorrow. So I'm gonna end the vlog here, unless I happen to eat a late night snack, and then I will let you know. But if this is the end, then I didn't eat anything. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.